The sudden passing of Dan Rivera, a veteran ghost hunter and handler of the infamous Annabelle doll, sent shockwaves through the paranormal community and beyond. Rivera, who was 54 at the time of his death, was a well-known figure in the world of supernatural investigations, particularly for his association with the cursed Annabelle doll, which has inspired countless horror stories and films. Nearly 2 months after his unexpected death, the cause has been revealed, putting an end to speculation and rumors that tied his passing to the eerie reputation of the doll he handled. Rivera's death occurred during a haunted tour, an event that drew significant attention due to his high-profile connection to Annabelle. The doll, a raggedy figure housed in a glass case at the Occult Museum in Connecticut, is believed by many to be possessed by a malevolent entity. Its legend has been popularized through the Conjuring film franchise, where it is depicted as a conduit for supernatural forces. Rivera, as one of its handlers, was responsible for transporting and presenting the doll during tours, a role that required both courage and a deep understanding of paranormal lore. His sudden death during one such event sparked immediate speculation, with some fans and paranormal enthusiasts suggesting that the doll's curse may have played a role. The official cause of Rivera's death has now been disclosed, though specific details remain limited out of respect for his family's privacy. Reports indicate that he suffered a sudden medical event, likely a heart attack or stroke, which led to his collapse during the tour. Emergency responders were unable to revive him, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The announcement has brought some closure to those who knew Rivera, but it has also reignited discussions about the physical and emotional toll of working in the high-stress world of paranormal investigation. Rivera's career was marked by a fearless dedication to exploring the unknown. He began as a ghost hunter in the early 2000s, drawn to the field by a fascination with unexplained phenomena. Over the years he became a trusted associate of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famed paranormal investigators who first acquired the Annabelle doll in the 1970s. Rivera's role as a handler involved not only transporting the doll but also educating the public about its history and the precautions taken to contain its alleged supernatural energy. He was known for his professionalism and calm demeanor, even when faced with the unsettling reputation of the artifact he worked with. The Annabelle doll's infamy stems from its alleged connection to a series of disturbing events. According to the Warrens, the doll was originally owned by a nursing student in the 1970s who reported that it moved on its own and exhibited strange behaviors. After a series of investigations, the Warrens concluded that the doll was inhabited by a demonic entity and placed it in a specially designed case inscribed with protective symbols. Since then, it has been a centerpiece of their museum and a draw for paranormal enthusiasts. Rivera's role in handling the doll during public appearances made him a key figure in its ongoing story, and his death has added a new chapter to its chilling legacy. The speculation surrounding Rivera's death was fueled by the doll's reputation and the eerie circumstances of his passing. Social media platforms saw an outpouring of theories, with some claiming that the doll's curse had claimed another victim. Posts on X referenced past incidents, such as a fatal car accident involving a man who mocked the doll during a museum visit, as evidence of its malevolent power. Others argued that Rivera's work exposed him to spiritual dangers that could have contributed to his demise. These theories, while compelling to some, have been met with skepticism by others who point out that sudden medical events can occur without supernatural causes. The paranormal community has been quick to honor Rivera's memory, with tributes pouring in from fellow investigators and fans. Colleagues described him as a passionate and knowledgeable figure who approached his work with respect and caution. "Dan was one of the bravest people I knew," said a fellow ghost hunter. "He didn't just chase thrills, he wanted to understand the forces we were dealing with." Others praised his ability to connect with audiences, sharing stories of the supernatural in a way that was both engaging and respectful of the subject matter. Rivera's death has also prompted discussions about the risks associated with paranormal investigation. The field, while fascinating to many, can be physically and emotionally taxing. Investigators often work long hours in unsettling environments, and the psychological weight of dealing with potentially malevolent entities can take a toll. Some have suggested that Rivera's constant exposure to the Annabelle doll, which is said to require strict spiritual protocols, may have contributed to stress-related health issues. While there's no evidence to support this, the conversation highlights the unique challenges faced by those in the paranormal field. The revelation of Rivera's cause of death has not entirely quelled the rumors about Annabelle's curse. For believers in the doll's supernatural power, the timing and circumstances of his death remain suspicious. The paranormal community is divided, with some advocating for the doll to be retired from public view out of respect for Rivera and others who have been affected by its presence. Others argue that continuing to share its story honors Rivera's legacy, as he was dedicated to educating the public about the supernatural. In the wake of Rivera's passing, the Occult Museum has announced plans to review its protocols for handling Annabelle and other artifacts. The museum, which has been a destination for paranormal enthusiasts for decades, is considering limiting public access to the doll or increasing safety measures for handlers. These changes reflect a broader recognition of the risks involved in working with objects believed to carry spiritual significance. Rivera's death has also drawn attention from the entertainment industry, particularly from those involved in the Conjuring franchise. Director James Wan, who helmed the first Annabelle film, expressed his condolences, describing Rivera as a dedicated and passionate figure whose work brought the doll's story to life for millions. The franchise, which includes 3 Annabelle films, has been a major driver of the doll's pop culture status, and Rivera's role as a handler bridged the gap between the real artifact and its fictionalized portrayals. As the paranormal community mourns Rivera, his legacy as a ghost hunter and Annabelle handler endures. His work shed light on one of the most infamous artifacts in supernatural lore, and his dedication to the field inspired countless others. While the cause of his death has been clarified, the mystery and intrigue surrounding Annabelle persist, ensuring that Rivera's story will remain a part of the doll's haunting legacy.